A56, S24 FE, A56, S24 FE. I'm in way over my head. Let's go. Simpsons meme aside, these are very close in offerings, these two devices. Also, I'm never taking this off. I will eventually. But there are key differences with these two phones that are worth highlighting and going through in this video. Starting with design. From a distance, and especially from the front, these are the same. Literally, dimensions, the same. Same fingerprint placement, same display dimensions, pretty much the exact same bezel size. You would not tell them apart from the front if that's all you had to go by. From the back, you do get a bit of separation, but it's only really with the design of the camera module. You've got one singular camera housing on the A56, and then the S24 FE uses that minimalist floating cameras from the S24 and S25 series. But the materials and the aesthetic of the back glass are the same. It's glossy glass, and that kind of, again, it's very hard to separate them in that sense. I will say there is something about the S24 FE that makes it feel a little bit more like a flagship phone in your hands. It's hard for me to describe, and I can't really do it, even though that's literally my job. It's still difficult to sort of quantify that feeling. I've literally figured out what makes the S24 FE feel more premium. It's got this slight curvature where the back glass meets the aluminium frame, and that kind of makes it sit really nice and comfortably against the fleshy part of your hand. Whereas the A56 is a bit more pointed and a bit sharper, doesn't have that curvature. And that's the difference. I figured it out because that's my job. The A56, I think, has a bit of a design advantage with the key island area, or the island keys area. It's a slightly raised frame just around the key area where you press the buttons. And what I think and what I really like about it is the fact that you've got a nice resting point for your thumb when you're holding your phone. And the curve of the raised area kind of goes with the curve of your thumb. Display quality, though, you've got to give it to the S24 FE. On paper, it's got a better display, and in sort of practice, it does go brighter outdoors as well. However, though, they're both still very good. I think if you had an A56 display and didn't see anything else, you'd still be very happy. Because again, when you look at them side by side in just a normal environment, there's very indistinguishable between the two. So you've really, on paper with design, you've got two choices: a 6.7-inch screen, a 6.7-inch screen, and the same physical footprint between the two, and almost identical feeling in your hands. So you're not really missing out on anything if you choose one over the other from a design point of view. The only thing I will say is the A56 appears a bit more fun with the camera module and with the island key area. So that's up to you which one you prefer. Moving to the cameras, although on paper they share some similarities when it comes to specs and numbers, there is a lot of separation here that kind of starts to move these two apart. The S24 FE, with its 3-camera offering, provides flexibility. Ultra-wide 1x and a 3x gives you that zoom quality to go from 0.6 up to 30 and sort of a good range in between. The A56, like I said, on paper, similar offering. However, you've got a lesser quality ultra-wide camera. You've got what looks like the same main camera, a 50-megapixel one, and physically, it's the same sensor size, 1 in 1.56, but the output's going to be different. We'll get to that. Then the third camera is not a telephoto, it's a 5-megapixel macro. Reality is the difference is going to be the processing, but also the camera modes. The S24 FE just flat out offers more. You've got 8K 30 video recording. You have a flagship version of single take, where it can actually use all 3 cameras as opposed to just one and only shoots for 10 seconds. You've got the flagship dual recording offering, which allows you to select any of the cameras on the back and the front to record 2 at the same time, versus the dual recording on the A56, which is just rear camera and selfie camera, and that's it. You've got portrait video mode as well. The list kind of just keeps going. The A56 is a pretty no-fuss camera offering when it comes to modes, with the exception of fun mode, which is anything but fun for me, but again, I'm not the target audience. To explain what that is, it's a Snapchat integrated mode where filters from Snapchat actually get integrated into Samsung's camera app through fun mode and get updated semi-regularly, whatever. Let's talk about output. Although I do think it's pretty inconsequential, because ultimately, whichever phone you choose here, you're going to get output that you're happy with because you won't have the other one to compare it to. But just for the sake of it, what I've noticed in these output differences is really dynamic range and highlight control. The A56 also has a tendency to sort of brighten everything in the darker areas, whereas the S24 FE is a little bit more balanced, where it will actually expose every area, and the shadows, it's not afraid to sort of keep them as a shadow, as opposed to the opposite, which is the A56, brightening it all up altogether. I can sort of understand where this brightening up has come from. Samsung is looking to, I guess, appease what people think is a good photo, and they equate brightness to good quality. Whereas the S24 FE is more balanced and gives you sort of a better overall picture as opposed to just a brighter picture. Video as well, I would say that the S24 FE, aside from just the camera mode offerings that I talked about, it's also the output is a lot, again, more balanced, but also the stabilization. Filming in 4K 30, which is the maximum that the A56 can go to, is not as stable as what the S24 offering is. So when you're following kids around at playgrounds or walking around, it's just not going to be the same. To me, though, realistically, the camera decision comes down to whether or not you need all of the extras that having a flagship processor offers you. Whether you need that 8K 30, dual recording, whether you need all of those stuff compared to the A56, which will just give you a pretty simple point and shoot camera offering without any of the stuff that you maybe need to learn. Like I said, the A56 will be good in isolation for its price. But if you wanted to know what you get for a little bit more money, well, there's the difference. The performance conversation is a similar one to the camera one. The Exynos 2400E versus the Exynos 1580 provides some disparity in terms of performance output. You're going to get some better functions out of the S24 FE because of it. You'll get a better gaming performance, but you'll also get better productivity. Samsung DeX, for example, is actually capable on the S24 FE, whereas it's nowhere to be seen on the A56. In that performance discussion, though, on the contrast side, the A56 actually throws up some better options versus the S24 FE. You've got a bigger battery, 5,000 milliamp hours versus 4,700 milliamp hours. And I imagine for the person using the A56, they're not going to be using their phone for as much things as what a flagship user might use. So they're not likely going to push their performance of their phone far, which means they can stretch that battery life out to 2 days. And then when they need to charge it, you've got 45 watt fast charging capable versus only 25. But then I guess conversely, the S24 FE has wireless charging, whereas the A56 does not. And if you like the convenience of wireless charging, well, I'll end the video here. The S24 FE is your choice. But then alongside that too, you've got IP67 on the A56 versus IP68 on the S24 FE. Realistically, that is never going to be something you'll have to test real world because the difference is half a meter. But then you go into the software side of things. At the moment, the A56 is running oneui 7 and you have oneui 6.1 on the Fan edition. Although currently, even with last year's software, the S24 FE does more than the A56 when it comes to Galaxy AI. And a lot of that's down to the flagship offering with the processor. Not to say that the A56 doesn't have intelligent features. Samsung have still kind of grouped together a bunch of AI-like features like Object Eraser and Best Face, which is in there. The S24 FE just does more. Plain and simple, there's a bigger list of things that it will do. And with oneui 7 on the horizon, I only imagine some of that will increase. As I said, it's a very similar discussion to the camera. The S24 FE offers you more capability from performance. However, the A56 is a very no-fuss offering. There's not that much that you need to get confused or entangled by. It's just a smartphone with some cool stuff that it can do and sort of nothing more. And the person who will get an A56 isn't too bothered by wireless charging, isn't going to be bothered by 8K 30 video recording or dual recording or portrait video mode. They're basically going to be using their A56 for social media, browsing the internet, checking emails, that sort of basic phone tasks, and occasionally taking some light photos of their family. And for that, the A56 is perfect. But if all that doesn't sound like enough to you, if you actually do want to have those bells and whistles that you might not use every day, but they're there if you need it, then of course the Fan Edition is your choice. Often I get asked when I do these comparisons, oh, you didn't choose, you didn't tell me which one to get. It's not my job to do that. My job is to present you with evidence and then you make the decision. But if you really want to know which one I would choose, neither. These aren't phones for me. I'm an Ultra user or a Fold user. I live on that edge of technology, not just because I run this YouTube channel, but just purely because I appreciate having the best of everything available to me in my pocket. But if these were the only two phones to exist, if someone said, we've deleted all the other phones in the world, this is all you have to choose from, well, then I would choose the Galaxy S24 FE every day of the week. And the reason why is because for a little bit more money over the A56, you do get a whole lot more. Let me know your choice down below in the comments. Hit subscribe whilst you're down there, and I'll see you guys in the next one. You!